Yep. All right. Speaking of pizza and shit, what the hell's all that?
I have no idea. It's like a latex.
Must be part of our socks.
Maybe.
All right. This is exciting. This is the last actual guard pass defense video in the guard retention series. And then after that, it's just like we'll go over using close range guard retention and preventing the front headlock and leg lock proofing your guard. But those aren't actual guard passes per se. This is the last guard pass video that we're going to be doing while defending the guard pass. So next is going to be the stack passes. So if Mike's on his back, I'll just go over quickly all of the guard passes that are stacking that we'll go over. So yeah, just have your legs up. So double under here, right? Where people grab your hips or connect their hands, pull you up onto their lap. They'll pull you up onto their lap, and now from here, they'll reach across, melt the hips, and pass. Another thing they might do is how flexible are you on going upside down? Can you put your feet on the mat?
Yeah.
So one thing that they might do is when they grab in here, is if you get like somebody really strong, they might stand up and just drive in with their hips and push you upside down into this, like, I call it tire flip, like as if you're going to try and flip a tire, like in the strongman.
Oh, that's what it's called. That's why it is that.
That's why I call it that. I don't know what other people call it, but that's another thing they might do. They might grab underneath your ankles and pin you here, right? So those are all kind of like double under, where they're trying to do both legs. And then if they realize they can't do both legs, or maybe they get both legs and they want to finish the pass, they'll go single under, where they're here, they drive the leg up, knee under the butt, melt the hips, and pass with like a single under the legs variation. And then lastly, the most shitty of them all, probably like positionally wise, is they get you in this stacking position. Just throw your legs up here, and now they're gonna go leg drag, or like this stack north-south, where now they're gonna pummel inside your arms into like north-south. So Mike's not the most flexible guy to be doing this on. So we're gonna, I'm not super flexible myself, but yeah, we'll go over how to defend all these different passes. And
we need L for this.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need L. Or James.
L or James, yeah.
James.
So this is the type of passes that we're gonna go over defending now. And kind of like some precautionary stuff about it. So like obviously if I'm in these stacking positions, if I'm not flexible, I'm going to end up being on my neck, which obviously I can get injured. So we're going to get into it like later stage, but like if we end up in these stacking positions and we just don't want to be there, we're going to turtle so that we're not on our neck. All right. Also, like when you're in these upside down positions, you're more likely to get hurt if you're trying to push them away with your legs while you're upside down on your neck or your upper back. So we're not usually going to be doing that either. So like just to save our backs from getting injured. Also, don't practice this shit a ton right away. Like you got to like do it spread out, because like if you're spending tons of time with somebody's full body weight on top of you while you're upside down like this, it's not going to be good for your body. So yeah. So this type of passing used to be pretty popular, but now passing like standing up is more popular nowadays. But it used to be more popular back in like 10 years, or probably more like 15 years ago, where people passed on the knees a lot and used pressure passing instead of standing and doing more mobile passing or leg pummeling and all that stuff. So this can be an effective way to pass the guard. So let's start with avoiding double under passes, and then we'll get into the single under, and then we'll get into like the actual we're in a stack. So when Mike is trying to get double unders on me, he wants to get my knees and my hamstrings like up on his shoulders here, right? So my goal is to keep my legs wide and to not have my butt come close to being over my head. And even another thing, ideally, I don't want his hands connected, right? So let's go back. So as I realize Mike is trying to go under my legs, I immediately wide legs, and my hands are on his hands. So now when Mike tries to connect his hands together, it's hard. But as you see, if Mike drives, I start going upside down. So I need to combine this with shoulder walking. So go ahead. I walk my shoulders away. And now that I walk my shoulders away, I can frame Mike, make an angle, and I can pummel a leg in. So now he might be in a single under, but I'm no longer in a double under, right? Okay, so again, I'm just going to show the shoulder walking movement without Mike. So this is the same shoulder walk you would do whether you're getting stacked in a triangle, stacked in the stack pass, or somebody's climbing your body in a mount position, right? So I'm going to plant my feet. I'm going to put all my weight on my shoulders, right? Obviously, in the stack pass scenario, I'm not planting my feet. I'm widening my legs, and I'm lifting my butt by using my legs on him instead. That's the same idea. Now that all my weight's on my shoulders, walk, walk. And now once I start getting stretched out, now I'm going to have to walk with my legs too. All right? So the action of us walking our shoulders out means that our hips are not going to come up over our head, which is what we don't want when we're getting stacked. We want to keep our head out from underneath our butt. All right? So again, Mike goes underneath. He tries to grab double unders. Immediately, wide legs. Hands are connected to his hands, so he can't connect them together. And I'm shoulder walking, try and get deep. Yeah, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And then I pummel my legs to the inside. All right? This will be tiring for the person on top to keep trying to follow and lift, because it's like trying to lift a bar that's rolling away from you. It's like heavy and hard, and it's tiring. They're probably going to give up and either try and go over the legs or do something else, all right? So this is like the first stage, all right? So wide legs, shoulder walk, pummel our legs to the inside. If he connects his hands here, so now obviously we can't do the move we just did, all right? But we still can't allow the stack. So I'm going to frame my knees as much as I can so it's hard for him to put them over my head. And I'm going to walk my shoulders away. And now I'm going to lift my legs up, make them straight. I'm going to slide either both or one of my knees out from his grip. And now he could possibly change to just a single under pass, which we're going to eventually go over, defending. But he's not double under, right? So obviously with double under pass, he has control of both of our legs, which is stronger than if he has just one leg stacked, right? So again, we're here. He goes under both my legs and he connects his hands. Immediately I'm shoulder walking and I'm grabbing like either in his wrists or in his elbows, and I'm trying to push up. If my legs are close to my chest here, as you can see, I can't get under his elbows. So I walk away, and now as I push him away with my legs, his elbows or his arms are exposed. And I can free my knee line from the stack, right? If my knee is not on his shoulder, he's not going to be able to stack me. The tire flip. So this is another version of the double under. So what he's going to do, just do it really slowly because I'm not that flexible. He's going to grab under my legs, and he's going to grab my hips, like my hip bones, like this. Like here. Yeah, and then now you're going to stand up. And then now that you stand up, you can like throw my legs gently over my head as you like thrust your hips forward. Yeah, see what it does to me? So I bailed out because I don't want to be there. But basically, like when you're trying to lift a big tire, right? You get your grips underneath the tire, you step your legs really close, and now your hips are going to come in as you like throw the tire forward. That's going to be you in the double under position. So let's just go over bailing out like what I just did there, and then we'll go over like preventing that position in the first place. So when Mike is here and he's under my legs, when I realize he stands up, go ahead. 1, 2. Bells should be going off in my head right now that, uh-oh, shit can get real here, where I can get my legs thrown over my head. All right, so I'm going to pick a side. All right, I'm going to pick this side, so I'm going to look over that shoulder, and now when he tire flips me, I just roll over that shoulder, but my arm stays in tight. Because when he tries to go behind me now and take my back, I'm going to catch him with an underhook, either for a single leg or just to scrape him off my back so he can't get behind me, right? So let's just do that one more time. You can do this anytime that somebody gets you in a full-on stack and you can't shoulder walk. This is our late stage defense. We're going to roll out into a turtle position. So we're here. He's under my legs. He stands up. I pick a side. He throws me over. Boom, my arm is in right away. He couldn't take my back now. And I can wrestle up on him. The other thing you can do, if you want to play guard and you don't want to go to turtle, maybe you're a little bit more flexible, is you can use this back roll just to like throw your hips back across. So we're here. He like does the tire flip on me. Yeah, throws him over here, and now I can just keep my legs wide again and catch him back in some form of guard, which is what we're going to go over next, like actually preventing and defending this. So we can use that back roll just to get our foot on the floor and swing our legs back across and continue playing guard, or we can use it just to bail out, go to turtle, and get the heck out of the stack position. So now to defend this position, we kind of talked about the rolling bar when you're trying to deadlift a bar that's rolling away from you. This is what we want to do against either the tire flip or the double ankle stack. So we're going to do the same counter if he stands up, just without my legs. Stand up, and you press your like V grips under both my ankles. Yeah, this, and then he pushes them over my head. This is going to be the same counter to this position as well, right? So just go back. These positions are so weird to expose your butt like this. So anyway, so he's going to drop down. Just go back to the double unders. Oh. So we're going to do the tire flip first. So he gets into this position here. He's grabbing my hips. I feel him stand up. The second I feel him stand up, my hands, immediately, I'm going to frame his shins. All right? I'm not going to do anything else. Just try and tire flip me from here. Yeah, keep trying. Bring your hips in.
I can't.
It's a lot harder now for him to be able to like get the power to like throw me because he can't get close enough because I'm framing his shins, right? And I'm shoulder walking. So maybe he starts winning and he gets his legs in. Shoulder walk. And then eventually I want to get my legs, oops, sorry, you're good, back to the inside, ideally under his armpits or on top of his biceps. So we're framing his legs, so like as he's trying to get close to lift us, he can't get close enough to get a lot of power to like throw us with his hips. So let's do that one more time. Here, he goes underneath. He goes to stand and throw me. Frame, shoulder walk, pummel. And now we've avoided the position. Same idea if he does the double ankle stack, right? So when we're here, if I try and fight this back straight on, he's going to stack me for sure. It helps him stack. So when I do this, I'm framing his shins, and now as he tries to put them over my head, I'm going to turn my knee out. So now instead of pushing my legs over my head, it pushes my legs to the inside, where now I can pummel. Right? So again, we're here, push them over my head, turn my knee out, and now I can deflect his pressure and put my feet back on his biceps like we did with like the open guard stuff. All right? So that's all the double underpass stuff. Now our partner is going to switch off to a single under. So maybe they have double under control, and then they're switching to a single under to finish the pass, or they realize they can't get both legs and they're just going to try and get one leg. All right. So our early stage defense is going to be using a knee shield on his shoulder, where now either I'll pummel my outside leg on him where I can push him away and free this leg, or if I feel like I can just slip my top leg's control off, now I can use this to push him away and get the second leg on. All right, so again, we're here. I move my hips out and I get my knee inside of his chest, right? Now from here I can either push him away to get this one first, or I can push this down my leg, push him away and get this one second. All right, either one works. The other thing we can do is, if it's too deep, is like I can cup my leg and I can kind of, I mean, you don't have to fall over necessarily, but I can kind of like do like a hip roll. So you're not going to go over my leg, you're just here. Yeah. So I can kind of like go hip roll and get like a really heavy leg here, right? And then now I can go back to my knee shield, pummel, and escape. So I can only do that if I get like my weight on my shoulder so my leg is light, right? So that's like early stage, you're just trying to avoid it, right? So it looks like this, just try and get a single under on me. Right here, boom. Yeah, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Right? It's gonna be pretty hard for them to get it because they gotta get all the way in with their shoulder, right? If they start making an angle on you, then this stuff starts becoming harder, right? So when he gets a single under here, if he starts making an angle on me now, don't go too far yet, I'm gonna block whatever the leading edge is, all right? So right now, his leading edge is this shoulder, all right? If it was more his hips, or maybe I can't reach the shoulder, then I would block the hips, all right? But my goal is to kind of stop him from making further angle and recover my guard, right? So again, we're here. First thing I want to do, if I can, when he makes this angle on me, is just bring my head around the corner and get heavy again. Where now I've kind of squared myself up and I took that angle away from him. So again, we're here. He goes underneath. He makes an angle here. Right, I bring my head away, and now we're back to being squared up again, where he lost the advancement that he had. If I can do that, that's ideal. But if I can't, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and go for an inverted knee shield. All right. So here, this time I'm framing the hips, and now I'm going to do a forward shrimp. All right. If I do a regular shrimp and I plant my foot like this and I shrimp, look what happens to my knee. Right? If he lets this leg drop off his head, he can go into a smash pass or over under, and it's really easy for him to chain his attacks to the outside or over my legs. So when we do our shrimp, we're going to do a forward shrimp where my knee stays close to my chest. Yeah, drive into me. Here, and now look at my knee. My knee's facing that way. So now when he tries to go over my legs, it's going to be really hard. Now I drop my knee inside of his shoulder here, and I'm hooking the top of his shoulder. And now I can place my foot on him, push him away, and just walk my legs back and square up. I think a lever's calling. Need to get it?
Well,
I can pause it, yeah. You're good? Okay. So we're doing the inverted knee shield now. So he gets underneath one of my legs and he makes an angle this time. I frame, reach, shrimp, and now that I forward shrimp, my knee comes down inside. And now I'm going to place my foot ideally on his shoulder. All right. If I go all the way to the hip, if he manages to remove this hook, he's going to be able to circle behind me easier because I'm so far away this way. So ideally, I'm going to put my foot on his shoulder. Here. So now, even if he removes this leg and he tries to circle behind me, like, I'm not so turned away, I can recover the guard easier by bringing my leg back across. All right. If I have a hard time doing this because maybe he circles towards north-south, then we're going to do the same movement, but we're going to do like an inversion instead of the leg scissors. So we're here, he's under my leg, he makes an angle here, but he keeps going towards my head. You're going to have to let go. That's to go towards my head. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Keep going over my head. Here. Right. So now we're like in this inverted position where I anchor and spin instead, right? Because if he continues going over my head, that's when we use the north-south retention stuff like we did in the other video, like way back in the outside the legs passing, right? So either he might have my shin still, or maybe when I forward shrimp, I pull myself out so far that my head ends up being there. So let's just do that now. So this time you don't move. So you make the angle here, and then maybe I pulled myself so far. Yeah, see? I pulled myself so far away that my head's underneath, right? I'm gonna bring my arms to the inside and recover this way. All right. So that's like deeper. The latest stage of these type of stack passes before we get into the actual like stack position is we're going to use like an elbow push. So when Mike is here and I just feel like I'm not going to be able to retain my guard, I don't single under.
Oh.
And he turns the corner here. Either he throws my legs by, or maybe, you don't have to take your arm out, just like literally turn your shoulder and throw it by. Yeah, maybe he does this, or maybe I just feel like I'm losing this battle, all right? So when I feel like I'm losing and I'm getting turned away too much, so I just don't feel like I'm gonna be able to get my knee in, as he starts beating my leg, I'm gonna bring my leg down, I'm gonna open my arm, I'm gonna sit up, I'm gonna push his elbow here, all right? And now I can start scooting. If Mike tries to grab me with his arm, it's hard for him to face me, like upper body, right? It's hard for him to face me because I have his elbow controlled. All right. So again, we're here. He makes an angle. I get up, right? And then now we're here. Even if I can't get away, I'll just chill here until he tries to control my upper body. When he does, then I free myself. All right. So that's like the later or latest stage pretty much, besides just turning the turtle and trying to avoid the pass from there. The last two positions we'll do now is when we're in that full stack and they're using their shins to staple your legs. So Mike's found a way to stack me, right? He's pulled me up onto his lap. He's put my legs over my head without hurting me too badly. Yeah, just drive your hips forward. Like stand up tall. You can let go of my legs now and just stand up tall and drive your hips forward. Yes. And then now he's gonna bring your legs back and just like stack my legs over my head. Yeah, so now from here, he's gonna bring one of his shins outside my hamstring. Yeah, so step this leg away and do it again and turn like sideways. Here, I gotta do it to you. Sorry. So there's one where you're like this. So basically my shin's here and my leg's here.
Okay.
So it's a leg drag, but I'm stacking you.
Okay.
So let's do that one first. So he found a way to stack me, and then he gets me into a leg drag while I'm stacked.
So you're here.
Yeah, you're gonna make a T with my body. So like face the camera with your body, and now get this shin in. Yeah, and then this leg's gonna go over here. Yeah, and now stack me. Yeah, like over my head, yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
All right, so as you can tell, Mike's not used to this.
I'm not.
This is a stacked leg drag. So this is a leg drag position, but he's stacking me with it. All right, so we're gonna put him in a dilemma, right? I'm gonna use this to either load and off balance him or get K-guard. So just go back a little bit. As he's putting weight down on me, I'll load him onto my, put it over my head. I'll load him onto me, and now I'll off balance him out to the side, where now I can step on him and get a De La Riva hook. I mean, he's not gonna turn away like this, he's gonna face me, so I don't wrestle up on him. And now we're in De La Riva guard, right? So he's putting so much weight on me that I'm able to control his weight, right? As long as I keep my knees to my chest and don't allow my legs to get like smashed to the sides. Here, he stacks me, I keep my legs wide. He goes for that leg drag, he's trying to go around the corner, and as he does, like put your weight towards my head. There we go. Here, I load him, step, insert my hook, and now we're playing De La Riva, right? If he backs off a little bit so that I can't load him as easily, then we're gonna go K guard. So we're here, and then he backs off a little bit. I'm gonna push, I'm gonna insert, and now we got like K guard attacks here. So basically we're just like pummeling our knee back to the inside of his knee, right? So when we're here, he won the inside knee position here originally, but if I can push him away enough, now I can win the inside. I mean, you don't have to completely stand up, but now I've won the inside knee position, where now I'm playing like K guard. I can start doing leg locks. Which is, I know Mike likes.
I do.
All right.
I'm not used to that position at all.
It's a stacked leg drag, yeah. So like if you're on bottom, if I get you in like a leg drag position here, this is normal leg drag, right?
Yeah.
Stacked leg drag would just be, now we're here. Same position, but
I
now.
can't think of any time I've ever had anyone in this position.
Yeah, and like now I can start doing a normal leg drag to you.
I mean, it sucks. That's a terrible position.
Yeah, it just makes it harder for you to be able to like pummel and get out of the position. But you give up with closeness. You give up your balance.
I've never, me personally, I've never gotten anyone in that position. Also,
yeah, it's not a common position.
You probably have.
Not that many times, honestly, but sometimes, yeah. So the last position will be like a stacked, like north-south attempt. So just pin my legs over my head and then circle above my head.
With the knee?
Yeah, no knee, just, and now circle above my head. And now you're gonna put like inside out. Stack.
So.
No.
Do it
here, I'll do it to you. So my inside leg is going over top here.
Okay.
Right. So now my goal is to try and pummel to the inside of both of your legs.
Drop into north.
And then drop into north. So I'm holding you there with that staple with my inside knee. But instead of going outside in, it's inside out.
Inside out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just circle above my head.
Okay.
So we're here, stack my legs, and now
this knee is going inside.
But you got to get me in a stack position, yeah.
So here, and then wait, this knee drops here, right?
I believe so. So just turn your knee out and stack me upside down with.
Yeah, because it would be here.
Yeah, but have this leg back.
Yeah.
So you got to keep me upside down with that staple. Yeah, so we're here. So for me to avoid this, just like go for a second. For me to avoid this, I'm going to keep my arms to the inside. So when Mike beats my inside position, it might be better for me to do it to you and then just tell you what to do. Because like this is hard on my brain to try and do this like while I'm like upside down. So I'm here. Sorry. I'm here. My legs away. So if Mike keeps his arms tight, right? Yeah, like that. If Mike keeps his arms tight, when I pummel inside of his arm or his legs, he's gonna win the inside arm position. So get your wrists inside my armpits. Here. If he wins the inside position on my arms, even though I beat his legs, he's gonna be able to get them back because of his elbow position in my armpits. So now he's gonna go upside down, bring his knees inside my chest, spin his head away, and face me again. So as long as, like, we realize our legs are gonna get beat. But if we keep the inside position with our arms, even though they get beat, we can get it back, right? So when we're here, I staple his leg here. He keeps his arms to the inside, so I wouldn't reach yet, because if you reach, I could beat your arms. So now as I go in, now you go in me. Yeah. And now I beat the arms. He goes back to getting the legs back. Throw your leg over. Throw your leg over. Yeah, and now push me away. Walk your legs on me. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's easier for you doing it.
Yeah, like it's so hard for me to try and explain how to stack me while I'm upside down. So that's like the stacked north-south, where your intentions are to try and bury yourself into north-south in that stack position. All right. So that was a lot of stuff.
That's a lot.
Even though I think it was shorter than the over-underpass, it felt like a lot more stuff in it.
I don't know. I think that might be 30 minutes.
The over-under was 27.
That's an hour video
Yeah.
of talking about a couple.
Stack, pass, and over-under.
That's great.
But that's it. We did it. We've accomplished all of the actual guard pass defense now. So now all we got left in the series is using close range guard retention. So all the stuff I've showed so far was like keeping longer range open guard to retain your guard. We're going to go into like what to do when they're too close to use the stuff that we've shown, and how to avoid front headlock in the process. And then another video will be on how to avoid leg locks while you're using this long range guard when they try and snag your ankles, like for ankle locks, toe holds, heel hooks, front spins and back spins to like leg locks and stuff like that. Because there's not a lot of videos out there that actually teach you like what to do when you're playing guard and retaining your guard to stop leg lock attacks. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there on like once you get into the position, how do you defend, or how do you prevent leg locks while you're passing, but there's not a lot like how do you avoid it while you're playing guard against somebody trying to drop in on your legs. So yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next video.
Yeah. That's not bad.